Welcome to Slow and Steady, the podcast where you get to follow along as we build products in public. Each week, we'll give an honest peek into our lives as we share our struggles, our wins, and everything in between. I'm Benedikt, and I'm feeling excited.
And I'm Benedicte. Today is January 3rd. This is episode number 165. And I'm feeling pretty much the whole feelings wheel today.
All over the place.
All over the place. I can pretty much all of them. So check out our feelings wheel link and learn your feelings. But yeah. But since you're feeling excited, let's talk about what you did over the holidays.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year!
Hope you had a nice start into 2023. And may 2023 be as awesome as you want it to be. And
Well said, Benedikt. Well said. I'm just skipping the whole New Year thing, pretending it's just another week.
Well, it kind of is, isn't it? I mean, what does it change? It doesn't really change anything. Nonetheless, there was there are holidays and vacations and stuff like that. Good food. So overall, I had a nice Christmas break, sort of. So I took the week before Christmas off. Didn't really do anything, to be honest. But we went visiting my parents, and my sister's family also came over, and we had Christmas together, which was quite fun because my two nieces were there, and one is 6 months old, something like that, and the other one is a little over 2 years by now, and that was fun. Like for her, it being the first Christmas, she kind of participated.
I mean, Christmas is a lot more fun with kids involved. I must agree with that, especially if they're enthusiastic about Christmas. Like Lillian is super enthusiastic about Christmas, and it just makes it more fun for everyone involved.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think she doesn't quite get the concept yet, but
next year,
at least she understood what gifts are and stuff like that. And my dad had this cute idea of basically he printed stickers with all our faces on it. So instead of having names on the presents, we put the stickers on them, so she could go around and like pick a present of the from under the tree and then look at the picture and then hand it to the right person. So that was a lot of fun, and I thought it's really smart.
Genius. I was always the person, because I was the oldest of all my cousins, so I was the one always picking out the presents and like handing them out, because I was the one who could read, right? Before who were younger. Also just because I really wanted to be that person, like, but I liked the sticker idea. That was cool.
Yeah, that was super smart. Yeah, for sure. And she had a lot of fun. Like it just was lovely watching her being excited and like having no problems with giving someone else a gift. I kind of expected her to just like rip them all open, but she didn't.
Yeah, they're pretty good with that. Like some of them just want to do their own gifts, but they kind of all get the gift concept pretty fast. And as long as everybody gets gifts, like on Christmas, like they also get gifts. But I remember, I don't know if it was like around 2 or 3 when Lillian went to her first like kid's birthday party, and only the one kid got the gifts. Like that's less fun than Christmas, because at least at least you get some yourself. But having to watch somebody else like open 15 presents and then like there being none for her, not as gracious in that situation. She is now. She's learned a social kind of codes around this, but I remember there being a time where it was like, but what about me?
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, it was fun. Had lots of good food, and then the week between Christmas and New Year's was a work week for me, but it's one of my favorite work weeks of the year because everyone's pretending everyone else is on vacation, so it's super quiet. There's not a lot going on. there might have been no customer support at all. I don't quite remember. It wasn't a lot for sure. And I got a lot of quiet exploration time out of it, which was exciting. So I played around with fly.io a little bit as a potential like hosting alternative compared to Heroku.
Would that be for the
looks
front end
promising,
or for
but
everything? No, that would be for everything. You're
like,
monolith type.
yeah, like for the back end for sure. The front end single page application is on Netlify right now.
Okay, so it's
which is
separate.
fine, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be on Netlify. I guess it could be anywhere. The backend is on Heroku right now, and now that we moved the database out of Heroku, it feels like more attainable to move everything else out of there as well. But I haven't made a decision yet. I just started playing around with it, and for now, I guess we'll just not touch it. But again, getting a feeling for all the alternatives out there is probably a good idea. So it will happen at some point, but probably not anytime soon. So I used most of the week for that, and then I also prepared a little bit for the migration from what I just mentioned, the database, moving it out of Heroku into Crunchy Bridge. And the bridge wasn't crunchy at all. So we did the migration.
I was trying to stay serious.
Sorry.
Have you gotten your crunchy cereal box yet? Like, it needs to happen in 2023.
I have no crunchy cereal box yet, but who knows?
But anyway, so it went fine.
It went fine. Yeah, it was super smooth. It basically was like we practiced. We scheduled the time a couple of weeks before that. So yeah, we basically showed up at the time and date, put our application in maintenance mode, or the read-only mode I mentioned earlier, which worked well. And then the data was, at this point, the data was basically already moved over because they set up a follower database that would just like continuously synchronize the data. And it was more a matter of like stopping that and then promoting the new Crunchy Bridge database to being the primary database inside our application. And in theory, that would have been it. But because of some weirdness and how like data encoding in Heroku works compared to how it works in Crunchy, we had to rebuild a couple of the indexes. So that took about 25 minutes or so, where we had to be down. Like you can't do any writes and nothing, like not change the data in the database while that's happening. So that was basically the majority of the downtime we had, like just rebuilding the indexes, and then after that was done, turning everything back on. And again, was super smooth. All in all, it took like 40 minutes. And
that was
it was mostly smooth sailing after that.
The 40 minutes was including those indexes that was being rebuilt?
Yes, that's including the indexes being rebuilt.
40 minutes.
So basically 25 minutes of indexes being rebuilt, and then a couple before that to shut everything down and put everything in maintenance mode, make sure everything's in a correct state, then do the switch over, and then a couple more minutes to make sure the new connection string works and we can connect to the database and get the same results and stuff like that. And once you knew everything was fine, we turned off maintenance mode, switched everything on, and it just kept working from there on. There was only a slight glitch a couple days later where we basically exhausted our I/O operations on the disks that the database reads and writes from. So we had a little bit of a performance problem 2 nights after, because it was a slow decline of the performance. And then one night it was like just gone. But we were able to recover from that. I think it didn't really harm anyone. It just was that like data ingestion and segment evaluation took longer than usual. And we were able to fix that and get it into a better state by increasing basically the IO operations limit that basically AWS enforces upon you. It's a little bit weird. I learned a lot of things, but the database is now in a state where it can perform all the read and write operation it needs to without hitting any limits. So I'm super happy.
So did the people from
Looking at the
Bridge,
metrics,
were they essential to all of this? Could you have done like look, not thinking about it being Bridge, but like if you were to do a migration from Heroku to anything, had you been able to do that 100% yourself, or was like the knowledge that they provided essential?
The knowledge they provided was definitely helpful. I'm not entirely sure we could have done it without them, at least not in a sort of instant manner of how we did it. Because I don't think there would be a way to set up the streaming replication ahead of time and stuff like that. So if we had done this just by ourselves, it would probably been like turn off everything, download all the data from the database, write all the data in the database elsewhere, turn everything back on, and then after the fact discover that all the indexes are not working anymore and need to be rebuilt and stuff like that. So all in all, having them help us with this was amazing, and I don't think it would have been as smooth without their experience and their support on this. And their support has been stellar since. With the performance issue, it was January 1st. Like basically, while I was celebrating New Year's, the database was like slowing down and coming to a halt, and I didn't notice because I didn't check any monitoring that night. And only the next morning when I woke up, I was like, "What? 700 emails from the monitoring system? Something's going on." But it was like I reached out to support, and it was relatively like it was quite fast when it was clear like what the issue was. I guess we all had a hunch that this might be a problem, so we immediately looked at the right place and noticed that the IOPS limit we decided on, or like that got enforced upon us, was set too low. So the way it works is that you have to provision more storage space, and then Amazon gives you like 3 times the gigabytes of storage space in IO operations. Who knew? I didn't know about that. So now we have
never
like
I never concerned myself with things like that. Never.
Yeah, me neither until last week, I guess. So now we have a database with 1.5 terabytes of data. We just use a fraction of it, but we need that much of storage space to be able to read and write at the rate that we need to. So anyways, things are in good shape now. Database performance increased. I looked at the metrics for our background queues and stuff like that, and like the long running stuff basically runs in half the time. So it's not quite, but like I don't know, a 1.4 or 1.3 time increase in speed, I guess. And we're paying less. So this might be the first performance issue that we solve by throwing less money at it, which usually is not the case.
I feel a case study coming on Crunchy Bridge's website soon, because this is a glowing recommendation. But I'm really happy. Like I was a little worried for you sitting there over Christmas break and like this not going so well. Like even though it was your work week, it's still kind of, a week where you don't want to be stressed out because I don't know. It's just, did we talk about this last time? Do you have a specific word in German for those days between Christmas and New Year's Eve?
I'm not entirely sure. There might be, but if there is, I don't know it.
Yeah, because in Norwegian,
what's the Norwegian word for this?
So in Norwegian is a romjul, which kind of means like either like break Christmas or like space Christmas if you like translate it directly, and it's like the name for those days, and everybody will say that kind of Rumjul doesn't count. Like those are days that doesn't count anywhere. Like you won't be, if you write Christmas letters. I think I mentioned this. Like if in Norway it's a tradition to write Christmas letters, and they're mailed before Christmas, right before Christmas, right? So whatever you do,
Right.
and then they start again, January 1st. Like you don't look at those. It's just a time to chill. Yeah. So we have a word for that, where it's just kind of like hidden days that are all yours.
Yeah. But again, that's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
And yes, we put the migration in that very week, but exactly for that reason, because we assumed that like the effect, like even if this didn't go well, yes, it would be shitty for me, but it, like for our customers, like most of them probably wouldn't care that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, felt like the right thing to do in that week.
For my little side project, Prune Your Follows, it was the exact opposite, because for those who listened to the last recording, I had a DM from a TechCrunch reporter, and like I always do, I assume good intent, but then I was like, I don't know, like, is this legit? And it was legit. So on December 28th, there was an article on TechCrunch about Prune Your Follows. And that brought a lot of pruners to the table. And I don't know how many times we've been blocked since launching Prune Your Follows by Twitter, because when you facilitate more than 500 unfollows in 24 hours, you get banned for another 24 hours. So we need to figure out a way to like stay consistently under 500, because then it's kind of rolling. But as soon as you hit 524 hours, then you get cut off for a full 24 hours, which is quite a long break. But if for like the personal, for a person's own rate limiting, you can do 50 unfollows in 15 minutes. And then as soon as you've like wait a minute, you're allowed to like keep on going. You don't get kind of blocked. But for the app one, you get blocked for as soon as you hit the limit. So anyway, people haven't really complained though. I just grabbed their email address when they when they get hit with a limit, so that I can email them. Have I emailed them? No. Have the emails gotten into the Userlist system? No. They are sitting in the database, and I will at some point get them all the way into Userlist and then start sending people reminders to come back when like there's not that much going on. I'll need to figure out a system here where like I can maybe trigger emails when it's like a slow day to like a third of the list. I don't know. But interestingly for me though, like this is crazy usage, like because it's a free product, right? So it seems like you get a lot more users that way. Who knew? But we've facilitated over 10,000 unfollows by now, and I've got about 700 users in the 700 registered users. Out of those, I think I have like a 250 email addresses, which is I think that's quite good. And we've like we're above 1 million records in like our account table. So for me, that's like a lot of data. And it's still like the app still works, like searching and filtering and all of that like stuff that I haven't really spent that much time on because it comes out of the box with Seda, who paid us to make this app. So that's pretty cool that it's still kind of just like working. I might have mentioned it last time, but we have had some issues with some people not being able to import all the people they follow, because some people follow like 16,000 people and like 300,000. I don't know. But like some people are allowed to follow more than 5,000 people. So I need to figure out a system for those as well, or just tell them the app is not for you. Like, or like you got to pay us a lot of money if you follow 16,000 people. And there was like a UFT8 import problem. It seems that you're allowed to put illegal characters in the location data on Twitter.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that took a while to figure out because it like failed for some people, and it said like UFT8 error or something when it was trying to import into the SATA database. And then we like had to go through a lot of them, and it was like some weird character in some dude's location, because some people use the location thing in their profile to like add in some extra special fun content. And maybe Twitter forgot to validate that field, or maybe they just allow more things than UFT8 in that field. I don't know. But anyway, it's been fun, and it's kind of just been because I didn't really work over the Christmas, so it's kind of just been going. I did change after. Yeah, after the TechCrunch article came out, I changed the alert that tells you that you've been rate limited to mention TechCrunch. But other than that, I didn't really do much. But I started the year on a good foot, because if you've been around Slow and Steady for a long time, last year we started up the Yoga Pirates with a 30-day Yoga with Adriene challenge, which is on again now in January. And we are still some of the same people who are doing this. And one of them is a Slow and Steady listener, David. And we've migrated to Discord for our community, which I don't know. Have you know that like seen that guy that says like hello fellow kids, and then he looks like an old dude with the skateboard? It like comes up on social media. Well, I feel like that person every time I log into Discord, but I'm trying to embrace it. So one of the things I did, I started my year with, was on January 1st, I created a Discord bot. Very proud of myself, and also tested out a new hosting solution because it has to listen, to events from Discord. So my typical serverless stuff doesn't really work. Like, this is a little Node app that has to kind of keep listening. And so I just like, this is how randomly you choose services. Like somebody's, oh my God, I just broke my office. I was trying to turn off the phone without making any noise, but that didn't work. Anyway, somebody mentioned something on Twitter about like Railway, and it worked out of the box. So it's hosted on Railway, which I'd never heard about before.
Never heard about that.
And you get 500 hours for free. So I was like, okay, I'll just do that and I'm good to go. So what you can do then is that in our yoga channel, if you log with like a check mark emoji, anything that starts with a check mark emoji will then be logged into the database as a day you do yoga. And then I am adding some extra commands in the coming months where you can like see the amount of days you've done yoga this year, so that you can like keep tabs on your streak. But I'm not really a fan of streaks. I kind of just want to do how many days have you done yoga, and like how many days are we into the year, kind of, so you can get a little feel for like how many of the days have you done yoga. But yeah, we'll can add a link in the description to the little yoga bot, because it's tiny. So if you've never made a Discord bot and you want to, this could be a good one to have a look at, because it only does that one thing, at least for now. So it's manageable to kind of read through it. But yeah, so if you want to join our little yoga pirate community, reach out. We try to do yoga every day, but we do not get mad at each other if we don't. We're just here to support you and nudge you toward your yoga goals. You want to join, Benedikt?
Yeah. Not sure about doing this, but I mean, no judgment or anything. I'm just on my 3 days a week routine of doing some exercises. I'm trying to stick to that. Like, that's my excuse for not joining.
Well, that is a good goal. Oh my God, we have to this recording, we need to stop. That's the second time my phone has just like jumped off the windowsill and crashed into the oven and just made as much noise as possible. I don't know what this means for 2020. I don't know what this means for 2023, everybody. Will it crash? Like, will it crash? I don't know. Oh well.
Who knows?
All the feelings. But I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me as well. So let's stop this recording before your phone's fully broken. and hopefully
before it comes alive and attacks me. Well, I'll see you around the interwebs.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.